Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
With quarterback from the University of Georgia, Carson Beck. One thing with expectations at Georgia is this about a winning season. I mean, you guys are playing national championship. That's what the goal is. You took over for a guy that had a lot of success. So that's a little bit of kind of added pressure to you as a first-year starter last year.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like for me, I love pressure situations, so as much pressure as you want to put on me, I mean, I'm going to rise to the occasion or settle back to my training. That's what a lot of people like to say. But no, I mean, really as far as expectations and pressure go, it's football at the end of the day. And for me, I'm just going out there and playing the sport I love. You know, just stay grounded. I know there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of, you know, extra stuff around the University of Georgia as itself, and then especially as, you know, being the quarterback, it's going to be even more elevated. But just work every single day, do what I do, and, I mean, we'll go win games.
Working with the receivers a year ago, now you always have a new group. It's always a commuter world, but it has to feel more comfortable for you. You had a year, now you're working with some of the same guys again, so the comfort level there. And we talked to Jaden Daniels last year. It was the first thing he talked about comfort level with my receivers, knowing where they come out of that cut and the break and kind of they do things a little bit differently. Is the same feeling with you?
Yeah, I mean, that's such a huge part of football and timing and quarterback to receiver relationship connection, knowing how one person's going to run a route compared to another person, right? So coming into my second year as a starter and having a lot of those guys coming back that I was able to get a lot of chemistry with and start to build that relationship with over last year, and now having another offseason to really work with them, really building that connection and going to the season, I think it definitely adds a comfortability level that almost, you know, wasn't really there before.
Is there a couple guys on the team you work with this spring say, man, they made a lot of progress, and it really surprised me how good they looked this spring from, say, a year ago?
Honestly, I think the whole offense made a really big stride this spring, just as far as, you know, understanding the offense. I mean, we had some young guys, some guys that had just transferred in, some new guys, but just the overall understanding and of what we're trying to do. Obviously, I was in my first year. Coach Bobo was in his first year. You know, there was a lot of firsts for a lot of us, and it kind of goes back to the, you know, being comfortable. And I think a lot of us are very comfortable with like with the team and the offense and what we're trying to do, and we understand, you know, certain plays, certain concepts, which obviously makes it a lot more simple and more easy once we get out there on the field to just go compete.
How will it look, no Brock Bowers out there? You know, he's unique as a player, unique guy. Yeah. And you can say next man up, but the next man's not Brock. I mean, he was a unique guy.
Of course, I mean, obviously there is only one Brock Bowers. I mean, he's one of, if not the best player I've ever played with. You know, I mean, obviously I've had the pleasure of playing with some really good guys at the University of Georgia. But, I mean, there is no Bowers. But truly, it always is next man up. And we have a really good tight end room, really good athletes, guys that can make plays after the catch, good in the run block, make contested catches. So, I mean, like I said, obviously there's no Brock Bowers, but I'm very excited for what we're bringing back and very excited for the plays that they can make.
In watching the NFL, and you see it in college too, there's not a lot of inline tight ends. You guys are one of the few schools you have that part, helping in the run blocking game. A lot of times, if you're a right tackle or left tackle, you almost got to get binoculars to find out where the tight end is because they're far away from you. But you're one of the few schools that have that element. I think it's a big part of the success at Georgia.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it allows us to be very versatile. We can get into 11 personnel, 12 personnel, 22 personnel. You know, there's a lot of different things that we can do, you know, having the players that we have and having the personnel groupings that we have, which just ultimately opens it up and makes it even harder for a defense to prepare against us.
Well, all I can tell you is get ready to take a trip to New York in December because I think you'll be there. I know you guys are going to play for the, you know, you'll be in the playoffs, but I think you got a real legitimate shot, Heisman Trophy, and that would be a great individual accomplishment. But you know, and talking to a few of them that have won it, it's really a team. Yeah, it's a team.
No, it's 100% a team trophy because obviously as a quarterback, my success is very much dependent on the offensive line. It's very much dependent on how our running backs play. It's very much dependent on if our defense can get stops. Very much dependent on if our wide receivers can go make contested catches, get open. So I mean, at the end of the day, it is very much a team-oriented goal. But obviously, it's not my main goal. But if I was able to get there, obviously, it'd be a dream come true.
Well, a year ago, it wasn't Jaden's goal either, and he ended up being that particular case. Best of luck to you, Carson. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
At South Louisiana Bank, we're great at banking, but we're great at a lot of other stuff too.
Is that a new rod and reel?
Hey, a girl's got a fish.
We care about the community we live in and the people we serve. We're not just like you. We are you.
Are you boiling crawfish?
No, just letting them soak.
We're proud to be here and work for the place and the people we love. South Louisiana Bank. It's in the name.
Shackbait down to Point Ocean, Thibodeau to Grand Caillou, HTV's part of you. Bayou Black down through Dulac, Southland Mall to City Hall, we'll bring the news to you. Raceland, St. Charles, Bayou Blue, Morgan City and Assumption too, where sugar cane is grown. So much to see on HTV. Stick with us 'cause we're your home.